Hello, Station 1, Miss Fetco here with a crash course in timelines. Now, when you are looking at a timeline, you want to look where you would look when you start with any document, and that's at the title. So this is going to tell you the purpose of the timeline. So this is a timeline of religious founders. So I can expect when I'm looking at this timeline that I'm going to learn all about religious founders and the time when they came about or when they lived. Now, here are a couple things you need to know about a timeline. Number one, most timelines are linear, which means that they move from the oldest dates over here on the left to the most recent dates that are going to be over here on the right. In addition, in timelines, you're going to find various labels. So what you can see here is the event that you are trying to identify. So the year Muhammad was around for Islam was the year 570 to the year 632 CE. And you can tell that he was around during this time as the line where the event is correlates to the year that is on the timeline. So same thing for Jesus. He was around during the year 0 approximately based on this timeline, and along with these other religious founders, you can tell where they started based on the timing, the placement of the event, and their connection to the timeline. Now, you will also see some letters going on this timeline. You'll see BCE and you'll also see CE. BCE stands for Before Common Era, so before the year 0, and CE stands for Common Era, so Common Era is the era in which we are living in now. Now, you might remember that BCE used to be BC, which stood for Before Christ, and CE used to be AD, which stood for Anno Domini, which means in the year of our Lord. So those two abbreviations are pretty much synonymous. So when you say AD, that pretty much means the same thing as CE or Common Era. When you say BC, very similar, same thing as BCE or Before Common Era. Now, when you're looking at the timeline, you will notice that starting at year 0, the years begin to increase. So we have year 500 CE, 1000, 1500 CE, and then to more current times, 2000 CE. But going back to year 0, if you're going backwards in time, so if you're going into the more ancient past, you'll also see that the years increase from 0. So you have year 500 BCE, and then going further into the past will be 1000 BCE, 1500 BCE, and then 2000 BCE when Hinduism was founded. So that makes Hinduism the most ancient religion because it was founded 2000 BCE. So if you add 2000 are where we're at, so if you think 2013, how many years ago was Hinduism founded? Well, what you have to do, it's a little different. You have to think, okay, we're in the year 2013, so that was 2,000 years from the year 0. But Hinduism was founded 2,000 years on top of that. So if you add our 2013 years from the Kama era and the 2,000 years when Hinduism was founded in the Before Common Era, you're actually going to come up with the result that Hinduism is actually about 4,013 years old. So when you're looking at timelines, you really have to be careful of these little letters after the years because they mean a big difference. So if you see 2000 and you're looking to see how long ago Guru Nanak found Sikhism, you are then going to subtract only 500 years from the year 2000. So you would say Sikhism was founded about 500 years ago. But then again, if you were looking to see when Confucius founded Confucianism, you would again have to go back 2,000 years of the Common Era and then another 500 years in the Before Common Era to find out that Confucius created the concept of Confucianism around 2,500 years ago. So let's just try two problems on for size. If we're in the year, say 2000, we'll round down from the year 2010. About how many years ago did Muhammad found Islam? Take a second and think about it. Okay, if you said about 1,500 years ago, you are correct because if we're starting at the year 2000, you're going to go back 500, another 500, so that's 1,000, and then one last 500 to make it 1,500 years ago. And last problem before I let you go, about how long ago was Judaism founded? Take another minute. Okay, do you have it? So if you started here and you went back 2,000 years and then back another 1,000 years, we're at 3,000 years ago, and then you go back another 500 years, 3,500 years, and then about 250 because we're in the middle. So if you said about 3,750 years ago, or I'll take 3,500 years ago, you got it. You're a timeline expert. Now go ahead and finish analyzing those timelines.